Hello viewers, Power here to review the Kamen Rider Saber Shokugan Wonder Ride book set 08. So here we have half of the final candy toy Wonder Ride book set, where it comprises of the Wonder World story of the Eine Ken Hiroshi. Now I got the Rider Wiki up, the Dai Shogun Momoni Chiro Wonder Ride book, the Daiyoko Zuna Kinzaburo Wonder Ride book, and Boxo Usagi to Kame. So essentially, this set is comprised of, besides Sabella, because she got released around the same time as her Gashapon set, these three essentially comprise of, actually, the fifth one too. So essentially the four, Wonder Ride books that, after Sabella, essentially comprise of Wonder Ride books that were exclusively within the Gashapon waves, just now in Candy Toy, which is a big beneficial factor. So, as we can see from here, we got the typical box layout. Sabella's, sadly, is just a render and not a actual suit picture. And again, she was probably last minute. And then, do I still have the candy? I don't remember. But, again, there's the back. So the other three that I didn't bother picking up is obviously the Ghost Ichi no Roku, 2011 For's Odyssey, and what was this one? Suki no Hime Kaguya. I didn't bother getting that one because that one's just another old story writer. But here is the Momoni book. I apologize. And I literally forgot that I forgot I technically should have shown the Wonder Rider forms if I did it with Kieran Scares Kid and Hoshi Kamen Inky, but oh well. Interestingly, they gave this one to Blades. This is technically the only other Wonder combo we see him in, which is pretty interesting. Because obviously you can tell this is the same exact render, and I think it's the same for this one, but yeah, so because most of the time they just give them the Saber. That's why with Yura, I gave that to Espada, despite the fact he technically isn't allowed to use these. This is why I think it's dumb they made all these exclusives in his slot. But anyways, let's just get to this. So here we have all four of these Wonder Ride books unevenly in frame. So, here we have, obviously, our Wonder World story book. The Wonder World story of the Eine Ken Hiroshi. It's in this interesting, tan, light brown, color. Obviously a lot different from the secondary color. And not like the dark maroon that the Konshu Dayaka is in. Again, you have to apply the cover sticker and the transformation page stickers. I forgot to say that. The QR code for Gamba Rising. Speaking of the transformation page, we got Sabella and Insects. And this is indeed our middle slot one, which is pretty neat because, you know, at least this gets a middle slot, or this series of books gets a middle slot, unlike Happy Rider. Now with the Taro books, we got Momoni. Again, I always think the covers for these ones are pretty neat. QR code for Gamba Rising. And this one's a pink, obviously. Transformation page. Honestly, can't really make out what this is supposed to be. I think it's 3 animals, something like that. Because it's like a bird. Is that a goat? I don't know, it's supposed to be these 3 animals. This looks like a creepy frog. Obviously, you get the peach. Dun 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 dun. So here's the Kin book. This is like a really custard, not custard, but like a really deep yellow. Darker than Tri-Care Barrels. QR code for Gambarizing and the transformation page. This one's probably my favorite. I just like the bareness and obviously the axe. And then we got one of the best Wonder Ride books besides Kirin Scares Kid, Boxo Usagi to Kame. So it's essentially Taurus and the Hare meet Motor City, which is pretty cool because you get this like humanoid rabbit and turtle riding like these vehicles. This one's amazing, and like this one's like a really light green too. So here's this QR code for Gombarizing. The transformation page is like, yeah, it's fine. You got the rabbit, and then you got the turtle cannon. This one's amazing. Alright, we got a lot to cover, but I'll say, like, the demo of this set was dreadful. So I'm gonna try to make it easy on myself. So we're not gonna do any attacks. Like, unless it's something we didn't cover. So for like singular, like the Taro books, I'm not gonna bother showing the individual sound. Go watch this set and such. But for the sake of this, I will do the individual sound. There. We got that over with. So now with the middle slot, we can take our two, we would take our Divine Beast and Story and combine them. There, we finally had the sunsets of World Story Rider, the like actual official one, and like you know what, you finally see what I mean. Like, I don't understand why they have these story riders facing this way. It's really distracting. But other than that, like I do really like how this looks overall. Yep, that definitely sounds pleasant. So, I'm going to be also switching between emblems here too. So, if you like stuff like that. So, obviously, we got two of these, so we might as well do the both of them. Actually, I'm just gonna keep it for. I'm just gonna keep it in a Rekka because I'm not gonna show that one individually because I don't have to. So now, obviously we got these two. Now we can use the Ura book and place that in the center. So there we go. We got the sunsets of Santara Rider, which is not really one of my favorites, but I do like just like sunsets wise, it's not really my favorites, but like individual wise, I like it. And then now the Hisatsugeki. So there's that. Last but not least, again, for the sake of this, I guess we'll do individually. Now we can form the best Wonder combo, so we can pull our Kieran Scares Kid and Ghost Parka book. I really love this jingle a lot. But there, we finally got the sunsets of Old Story Rider. Obviously, I didn't really go over this, but it's just like, obviously, Old Story Rider just feels more disjointed because we got a giraffe, a rabbit, and some clothing. Yep, we don't need that anymore. So let's pull the Kiromu out and just do all three of these right away, because I really don't want to sit through all this again. I'm so used to having to like do them individually. Man, it really cuts down on the time. That's what I hope this video does. What, that demo is like nearly 40 minutes? Woohoo, we're done! But other than that, my thoughts overall on this set. Obviously, I didn't cover the other one, but again, it's just, I'll get into that. So basically, overall, what I think about Shogun Set 8 of Wonder Ride books is that this is a fantastic set. Like, this is a really good, like, Wonder Ride book set. We finally get these 3 Wonder Ride books, and again, the other one, the Suki no Hime one. We finally get those 4 Wonder Ride books in Candy Tory form, because, you know, spoilers, I don't like the Gashapon format. But, like, so it's just really nice to, and it's also so then you can actually have a consistent, like, look, especially with the Taro books. Obviously, if you got the other, like, I like the way how they handled Old Story Rider within the Candy Toy line, because of the fact they had that, like, Ishin Bushin book that got released, I think, alongside Shogun Set 5. one of the Legend Rider books. So they had that book, and then they released two more within the set. Obviously, this one and the Suki one. So you're still able to make old Story Rider with all the candy toy books, which is pretty cool. And then, like, obviously Happy Rider isn't here, but like, I think, yeah, Happy Rider, I think, is one that you can't finish through Candy Toy. But, they allowed you to complete World Story, Santaro, and Old Story through Candy Toy, which is amazing. That I really like that. Like, this is the first Candy Toy one in a while I feel is actually fulfilling because, like, I just felt like the other lines really haven't. Obviously, with Build, there was only really the one, like, best match that was Candy Toy exclusive, and then they rarely put out single full bottles. Geo and Zero One, obviously, I felt like they weren't even complete. But Saber, finally, and I guess to an extent, Revice, finally, like, their Candy Toy lines actually finally feel complete. Like, they actually feel fulfilling for once. So I highly recommend you to try to seek out this set if you have any of these pre-existing combos already. Obviously, I recommend Sabella because she's surprisingly a lot easier to find than Blades for a middle section. Again, if you already have existing books for Santaro and Old Story, obviously if you want to complete that combo, these combos, then get them. Obviously, Santaro's the only one that actually is only 3. All the other Old Story, World Story, Happy Rider, they're like, yeah, let's just do variants and such. I think this set should be easy to find. Obviously, when I initially was trying to track this set down, I got these 3 off of CS Toys, and then I think I was actually able to get the Eine Kenroshi off of Mandarake right at, like, when it actually became more easy to get this set, because that's just the interesting thing. Like, I thought this set, or like, I think I always know that 7 and 8 were the hardest. 7 is still pretty hard, but like 8, people just kept throwing on there, which was pretty interesting. But because I don't think I mentioned this, but obviously these two, again, alongside Ikazuchi, I had to get off of Makari via Bai, which explains why my Gekido box is kind of messed up, because the person, like, literally opened it up fully. So this set, good luck on actually trying to find it. Again, for the most part, they're optional. But again, not again. Gosh. It is pretty neat, though, that Sabella did get something retail-y, because, again, I need to stop saying it again. Gosh. This one was also released under Gashapon Set 15. Obviously, these ones were, like, a lot earlier, or, like, in earlier sets and such. I think she got released alongside the Ishin Bushin book, or if that was Espada. But yeah, I personally don't remember what book she got released within Gashapon. But I guess if you want to put together more things, or you just don't care which ones you get, this will have to do with this review. This is Power, and I'll leave you people. Bye.